Hi, my name is Mary. Thank you for joining us today while we stretch and get a little stronger so our everyday activities are just a little easier to do. Before you begin this or any other exercise program, you'll want to check with your doctor, and he'll tell you exercises you should or shouldn't do. We want to wear loose, comfortable clothing like Sue and I have on, so bending and stretching is easy and we don't feel restricted at all. We're sitting down, so of course we want to be in a nice sturdy chair, not a rocker chair, not one with wheels, and we want to check our environment. So you want to look all around you because we're going to be stepping out to the side. We're going to be pulling our arms wide, so you want to make sure that you're not going to knock a lamp over or a stack of books or a sleeping kitten. Okay, so we've looked at our environment, we've checked with our doctor, and we want to make sure that we have water that we can drink before, during, and after our time together. You also want to do your best. So if you listen to your body will tell you when to slow down. If we're going too slow for you, and you want to pick up the pace, and if you can do it safely, then go right ahead. If, of course, we're going too fast for you, you slow down. You can even stop and take a break and join us, because we will always be here for you. Also, you want to make sure that you don't bounce or push any movement. You don't want to force any movement. Just go to whatever level is best for you. And you want to make sure you eat well. And if you eat well, that means like fruits and vegetables and all those really cool things. Also, you'll want to smile, because if you smile, everything seems a little bit better. So in addition to that and breathing, I think we're good to go. But before we go, let's meet Sue.
Hi, my name is Sue. I've been married almost 47 years. Memorial weekend will be 47 years. I've lived in Simsbury 43 years. And let's see, I have 2 titanium hips. And about 4 years ago, I broke my wrist in 2 places.
Yipes.
Other than that, no problem.
Good. Mm-hmm. Now, do you have any hobbies or things that you like to do?
I walk, but I walk inside the house.
Okay.
Yeah, the house is set up so that it makes a circle inside, living room, dining room, kitchen,
nice.
hall. So I walk inside. That way I won't trip on anything and the weather doesn't make a difference.
Perfect. So poor Sue, she has no reason to say, oh, I couldn't exercise today, the weather was bad.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Sue.
Delighted.
Great. Today we're going to be working with something stretchy. So we happen to have ace bandages, but if you don't have an ace bandage, which is stretchy, you could get a pair of socks and tie the toes together, or you could get a pair of pantyhose. If you still have pantyhose, I, by the way, still do. Do you remember wearing pantyhose, or were you too young?
They never really fit well.
Oh, all right. Well, it depends if you have anything stretchy.
I also had some physical therapy, and even though it didn't go awfully well, I did save the band.
Oh, good.
So I did get something out of it.
Okay, that's great. So what Sue has is a circular band, which we're going to be working with. She's going to use her band, and we're going to tie our ace bandages in a knot. All right? Okay, so if you're ready, now, she's going to start out with her band. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to knot mine quite yet. But you'll notice that I'm folding mine, so mine is about her level. You'll notice that she has her hands in hers, so she doesn't have to hold on at all. So before we stretch them, we're going to just want to bring them forward and just bring them off to the side a little. So we're stretching out our spine and our arms. Good. Nice breathing. Exhale as you rotate, coming back to center. And this is really good for your spine. It's also good for your intestines. And if we do it a lot, Sue, we'll develop intestinal fortitude. Yay! Now, holding our hands equal distance, let's let one end come up and one end come down. There you go. Now, we're going to hold one hand on top. So we're going to hold one hand on top. We're going to bring it up a little and down a little. We're going to bring it up a little more and lean back a little and down a little. Good. 2 more times. This is great. 1 more time. Beautiful. And switch. So now the other hand's on top. We bring it up a little and down. There you go. Up a little more. You can see that Sue has done this before because look at her go. Your range of motion is wonderful. So if you've got a lot of zip and vinegar, follow Sue. Come back to center and relax. Ah, good.
You know what lays at the bottom of the ocean and twitches?
Lays at the bottom of the ocean and twitches.
A nervous wreck.
Or wreck.
A nervous wreck.
A nervous wreck. I like that. Sue has better jokes than I do. That is no fair. A nervous wreck. I love that. Okay. So, I love that. Okay, I'm using that one.
Okay, you can.
All right. So, being with our hands equal distance apart, all we're going to do is that you can see that I'm holding on because I'm just holding on. If I made a knot in mine, I would be able to, no, but you can put your hands like they were because that's a great idea.
It's like cat.
It's like cat's cradle, right. So if I wanted to take my ace bandage and make one like hers, I would simply make a bow. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And if you can make a nice bow or a ribbon, it's good for when you practice for wrapping presents. And I'm going to tie it in a nice bow. Ta-da! And I'm going to put my hands in it, just like, there you go, Sue. And my thumbs are up, my fingers are free, so I don't have to pull anymore. Our arms are straight with a little bitty bend in the elbows, and we're going to bring both hands up and to the side. So we're going to bring them diagonally up, then we're going to bring them down to the middle and up to the other side. So there's whooping up. Good. Down to the middle and whoop up to the side. Good. Now because our hands are equal distance apart, as the hand comes up, the top hand, it brings the bottom hand along with it and gives you a good stretch on your upper back behind your shoulder. Can you feel that a little bit?
Yes.
Good. Perfect. There you go. Now we're going to bring it side to side. So we start center and we pull one hand back. So you get a little bit of a stretch. There you go. That's just perfect.
Yeah, that I can feel.
Good, good. So this is a nice spinal rotation. And we're pushing this hand back, coming center, and then we're pushing this hand back. Good work. And it brings the other arm along and gives you a good stretch. There you go. Last time this side. Now we're going to bring them down to the hips and back. So we're bringing them down to the hips and back a little bit. Up to the chin and down and back. Good. So we're coming in from a different angle. Still, we're drawing one arm back and it stretches out the other. There you go. That's perfect. That's excellent. Good.
Like a wave.
It's like a wave. You're absolutely right. It's like a wave.
Hey, Mary.
Yes.
How come if swimming is so good for people, whales aren't thinner?
If swimming is so good for people, why aren't whales thinner? That is a great question.
Yeah.
Why?
You see how big they are?
I do. So why did the whale swim to the other ocean?
Why?
To go to the other tide. He wanted to reach the other tide. And come back to center. I liked yours better. Okay, last one and come back to center. So that's really a lot of work because we were pushing out. We were pushing out just to keep it stable. But still, there was a lot of work there. So we're going to take it now. Now, did you put it around your ankles and step to the side?
Yes.
When you were doing it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do now. We're going to put it over one foot, right around the ankle, and then around the other foot, around the ankle. Yep. Did you go the knees?
I put it under my feet.
Oh, under your feet.
Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to go.
That's even better. Now, Sue and I are putting the band around our ankles or even over our feet. Why don't you go ahead and put it over your feet? Sure. There you go. And why don't you put it in your feet like you were going to?
You want me to put it?
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Okay. Now, if I had bad knees, it would be hard for me to reach out. So what I would do is I would take the band, instead of having it just above my ankles, I will have it just above my knees. So when I stretch out like this, sure, I'm going to be working my outer thigh, but I'm not going to be making the knee very vulnerable, okay? So that means Sue's going to do a lot more work than I am. I love that, Sue.
That's fine.
Okay, we're nice and tall in our seats. Our buttocks are towards the front of the chair. We have a beautiful line because we're sitting up nice and tall. Our ear is over our shoulders over our hips. Our bellies are in, our chests are high, and we're feeling great. So we're going to touch one leg out and then the other. So the whole knee is coming out. So we're touching out and in and out. Now mine is a lot easier than Sue's, and I would almost feel sorry for her, except she's strong. She did this in physical therapy, right?
Yes.
Good. And did you walk side to side with it?
Yes.
Perfect. Good. And now we're going to relax. So we work the lower body, alternately pressing out. Now we're going to do 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's switch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Could you feel that a little bit on your outer thigh?
Yeah, I felt it over here.
Right, because that's where all the work is when your band is way down by your ankles. That's true. Very, very true. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're still going to be pulling out so that our bands are taut. But we're going to be leaning back, and as we do, one leg comes up a little. And then we're going to lean forward a little. Lean back and lift the legs, so we're working our stomachs, we're working our thighs, and because our band is pulled apart, we're really feeling that. Can you really feel that on the outside of the leg?
Yes, I really do.
Perfect. So it's probably good news for you that we're only doing 2 more.
It's fine.
Last one and done. That is great. I was talking.
Want to get a drink?
I think that's a good idea. Would you like to get a drink? Me too. That is a great idea, Sue. Thank you very much. Water. I love it. And ours is nice and cold, isn't it?
It's good.
It is. Okay. So now we're going to take the bands off and we're going to grab our ACE bandage. Now, what's fun with the ACE bandage is what was fun when Sue had her hands in between the bands, so she really didn't have to hold on. What you can do with an ACE bandage is go to the very end, and it doesn't have to be an ACE bandage. It can be anything that's stretchy. You start with the very end and wrap it around a couple times. Then you go all the way to the other end, put your hand in it, and wrap it around a couple of times. There you go. So you see our hands are completely free. Our fingers are spread, so we're not clutching onto it at all. And you don't have to keep it straight because I don't know if it'll go straight, but I'll bet you'll get yours straight.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Good. So you notice our hands are very free. There you go. So what you saw Sue doing was, if your shoulders or any part of your body gets tired or starts to hurt, unwrap one part, okay? If you want to work a little harder, bring your hand back in. It looks like Sue wants to really work hard.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, all right. So I'm going to work less hard than Sue. We're sitting nice and tall, and we're going to reach out to the side with one hand. So we reach out and in and out and in. Remember, we did this with the lower body. We did this with the legs. So now we're doing it with our upper body, reaching out to the side or laterally. There you go. Good. Did you see she almost knocked me in the shoulder? That was pretty close, Sue. And out and in. Out and in one more time and done. Now we're going to make it very exciting. We're going to lean back a little bit. And when we come up, we're going to pull both hands wide and bring it to our chest. Lean back a little bit. Breathe out. Whoosh. There you go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Whoosh. You've got it. Good job. And whoosh. Now you'll notice, I just noticed Sue kept her band taut. And my band was getting a little saggy. You want your band taut like Sue's. One more time, please. It is out and in. That's great. Now, something we can do with these bands that if you had a pair of pantyhose, you could do also. Or if your socks are tied together, you might need 4 socks instead of just 2, because now we want our band long. The reason we want it long is we are going to flip it right over our backs. So here we go. Over the head it goes. Perfect. Then we wiggle it down so it's under our elbows. And then this is where you decide how hard you want to work out. And that's the fun of working with something stretchy. You can make it more difficult or you can make it easier. If I was doing presses and I thought to myself, this is pretty hard, then I would go a little further. I would move my hand away from the anchor, which is my back, and push. If I said, gosh, this is awful easy, when I bent my elbows, I would bring my hand back a little bit. And if you'll notice what Sue did is she gave her band a little extra wrap so she could hold on tightly, or again, you could just bring your fingers straight. It's around our back and under our arms. We're going to sit nice and tall at the edge of our chair. We're going to breathe in, and when we breathe out again, we're going to lean back, but we're going to push forward. There you go. Sit tall and push. Remember breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Whoosh. Breathing really helps a lot when you're exercising, especially if you breathe out when it's hard. Like it is hard when we push forward. Good job. We sit tall. We breathe out. Whoosh. One more time and release. Good job. Now we're going to straighten our arms out with a little bitty bend in the elbows. We're going to bring our arms wide. Good. And together. You're good. No, that's okay because I'm right behind you. And forward and out. So if you're doing this exercise and you say, gosh, this is really hurting my shoulders, well, check your form. Make sure your shoulders are back and down. But you might want to make an adjustment in how much band you had. So if my shoulders hurt, I'd let a little band go. Good. So if I'm doing this and I'm saying, I can't really feel it in my shoulders at all, then I would have a little more band and I would give it more resistance. That's the fun thing about working with resistance, something like a stretching band. Good, good, good. Perfect.
I feel in the back of my arms.
Exactly. That's right where you should feel it. Yippee! A+ for Sue. Then we'll come back and we will relax. Okay, now this is fun and we can do it with a very long band like we have. We're going to bring it underneath our legs and close to our buttocks. And then we're going to bend the elbows in a 90-degree bend. We're going to bring our hands right by our shoulders and we're going to push straight up. But you know me, we're going to lean back and get those abdominals a little. So, there you go. So our hands are by our shoulders. We breathe in and we lean back. And when we come up, we're going to push up to the sky. Good. Slowly down, leaning back. Work that stomach and reach. We're going to feel this in the shoulders a little bit, as well as, there you go, the shoulders as well as our stomachs. Exhale as you push up. Excellent. Whoosh. And one more time. Whoosh. Perfect. And now we're going to relax. This time, we're going to extend our legs without snapping them down. We're going to take our big long band or pair of pantyhose and lop them over the middle of our shoe soles. So we're soul searching. All right.
I found mine.
You found yours. Okay. So now we're going to relax the band, walk the band just below the knees, and sit up nice and tall. We're going to pull the belly in, Breathe in, and as you breathe out, pull your elbows way to the back of the chair. Good. And as you do, you'll feel the shoulder blades roll in together. Good. Excellent. Pull back. You're doing a great job. Now our thumbs are up as we're drawing our elbows back. Say we want a little more work. We really want those shoulder blades to roll in towards the spine. So at the very top, roll the thumbs out. And you're going to feel your elbows get a little closer together. Can you feel that a little bit? And you're going to feel all those muscles squish up in between your shoulder blades. There you go. One more, and done. I am tired of working my upper body. How about you?
No, I'm invigorated.
She's just perfect. She's just perfect. Okay, we're going to bend the legs. And now we're going to hold the band just like this above the knees. Our shoulders are relaxed and down. We're going to do an exercise for our biceps, the muscles on the top front part of our arm. Good. So we might want to walk the hands down a little bit if that's comfortable. You might want to start with your hands below your knees. Keep the chest nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. We breathe in, and as we breathe out, we bring the thumbs up to the shoulder. Whoa, mine didn't go. And down. Up towards the shoulders. There you go. Good job. Beautiful. Excellent. So we're working the muscles that help us pick stuff up. Our biceps. Popeye had really good biceps.
Okay.
I mean, it makes me want to go home and eat spinach.
Okay.
So there you go. All righty. Now, do you remember Popeye's girlfriend's name?
Olive oil.
And who was his arch enemy?
Brutus.
Oh, you're good.
And who wanted, I'll give you something for a hamburger today. Who said that?
Whoopee.
Wimpy.
Whippy. Whippy. You're right. Okay, last one. You are good in trivia.
And what was the baby's name?
What was the baby's name?
Was it Sweet Pea?
Oh, Sweet Pea, right. So now we're going to take our feet off, and we're going to take the band underneath our knees. Wrap one side around, and then wrap the other side around. So you just kind of lop them over. Perfect. Then we hold one in each hand and do just what Sue is doing. We hold the sides of our legs and we sit nice and tall. Let's push those knees apart. We push apart and come back together. Good. Now you notice our hands are on our thighs, and so that helps anchor them. But I think, Sue, I thought you actually saw you pull out.
Yeah, I was trying to get a little more pull.
Okay, good. So if you want to work a little extra, like if you want extra credit, then you follow Sue.
I'm an overachiever.
Oh, what a gift. What a gift. Last two. And last one. Excellent. That's superb, superb, superb.
Hey, Mary, you see this?
Yes.
You know what they call a sticky bird?
Velcro.
Yes.
A sticky bird?
Velcro.
Oh, a Velcro. Crow. Thank you, Sue. She's really good. I should really talk to her before our time together so I could give you those. Do you know the difference between the words illegal or... Can you describe the word illegal?
Against the law?
No, it's a bird that doesn't feel very well. It's an illegal. All right.
Very cute.
Okay. Now, do you know that seagulls never fly in little tiny bays? You want to know why?
Why is that?
Then they'd be bagels. Okay, moving right along. So we did that. Now what we want to do is really get our upper back strong. That's what we really want to do. So we got our outer thighs strong by pushing out a little, okay? And now we want to get the upper back strong. So we're going to wrap it around and have our hands right in front of our shoulders. There you go. So it's shoulder width apart without pulling. We're going to reach forward. There you go. Palms are down. We're going to pull the elbows back, and you should really feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. Good. You want to reach towards us and pull back towards you. Reach towards us and pull back towards you. You're doing a great job. So while we're pulling back, we're also pushing our arms wide. So we should really feel those shoulder blades roll right into your spine. You also want to feel your chest open up. Feel the muscles on your chest, get a good stretch, and just one more and done. Whew, how are you doing?
Great.
Okay, shall we get a little water?
Yes.
Okay, let's get some water. I love having water breaks, and you should take water breaks even if we don't. Perfect. So, we got our biceps by doing our curls and curls. We want to get the muscles on the back of the arm. So, again, we extend our feet, lop the ends, keep the middle lopped over our feet. There you go. You may want to wrap it around so that your fingers are free. You're going to sit nice and tall, and as you lean forward, you're going to pull your elbows back a little bit.
You're watching the clock, right?
There you go. Yes. And we're going to push out to the back. So we're pushing out to the back, straightening our arms, and that's really getting the muscle behind the bicep. And push. And push. Good job. Can you feel that a little bit?
Yes, definitely.
Good. And we push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and done. I could feel that. How about you?
Yes.
So let's get rid of our ace bandage. Because it's been wrapped around our hands, we want to interlace and push the palms down. Then we're going to bring the hands up a little bit. Lift one elbow and look under the arm. Come back to center. Lift the other elbow and look under the arm. Come back to center. Now we're going to shake out our hands, shake out our hands. Then we're going to push the palms down and lift the fingers up. So we're working the muscles on the back of the hand. Good, good, good. Now we're going to pull the knee into the chest and lean back. If you have tender knees, you can bring your hands under your thigh, and we're doing 3 ankle circles. 1, 2, 3, another way. 1, 2, 3, and allow the foot to relax down. Switch to the other foot, leaning back. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Now reverse. 3, 2, 1, and nice and easy, allow that leg to come down. Let's drop our hands down by our sides. Pull the shoulders up, back, and down. We want to thank our shoulders for working out well for us today. We pull the shoulders up and back and down. Can you feel that a little bit?
Yes.
Good.
Feels really relaxing.
Very relaxing. That's true. And then we're going to bring our hands up and bring both hands a little to one side. Right back to center, over to the other side, right back to center, and relax. Then we need to take a great big breath in, and as we exhale, we know all will be well. What a good job you did today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you very, very soon. Let's get a drink of water.
Funding for Simsbury Community Television is provided in part by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.